Good evening, Kingdom Youth. I welcome you to this session today. And I know that we are getting to the month where we're going to be talking about exam preparation. But I want you to know one thing for sure, that when you are dealing with exams, especially dealing with content subjects and also languages that you'll be writing in your respective school, you must understand one thing, that it's not only the matter of practicality of it, it's also the matter of your psychological healthy, and also you must also be mental healthy so that you can be able to tackle the subjects that are different. So now I want you to be sure that if you are dealing with the preparation of your exams, you must learn one thing, that the preparation of exam does not start when you are about to write. And my teacher used to say, used to ask us, he just enter January, we are opening, and then he asked, how can you eat the elephant? And all of us, we look at each other, said, why would I eat an elephant? He says, I'm speaking in the context of the school. How can you eat a elephant? And then we all of us, we tried to answer the question. We couldn't answer. And then he says, you eat it piece by piece. Meaning, as we are starting the term in January, you must start being serious about your exams, and then so that you don't regret yourself when you are starting writing on the first term, speaking of March or April. So today I just want to talk about, especially at this time of October, we just want to talk about how can you prepare for these exams. The best way to prepare exams, you need to start intentionally. If you don't start intentionally in your preparations, obviously, you will always having a problem with your examinations, because if you are intentional about what you are doing, meaning looking at the topics that are very context to you, or they are a bit harder to you, you must always write down, which means we call it as teachers is portfolio. When you portfolio yourself, you move from hard topics to easy topics. So that is what you need to deal with. But now, I want us to read this verse so that you can also relate it to you, because people who don't know why they are doing something, because it's like they are just studying to study, they don't know why they are studying, and where are you going with your studying. Colossians chapter 3 verse 23 says, whatever you do, work at it with all your heart. Number one, whatever you do, including preparation for your exams, work at it with all your heart. That's what I learned in my school time. As working for the Lord, not for human masters. As working for the Lord, not for human masters. Meaning, when you are doing something for the Lord, obviously, since you love the Lord with all your heart, you love the Lord with all your mind, obviously, when you are doing something for Him, you must also do as if you are doing it for the Lord. It is also relating to you as you building your life, because these results determine your career lifestyle, which is very important, because it determines which university and what career you will choose. Now, stay away from friends that have no habit of studying. Stay away from friends that have no habit of studying. Because if now you are, I've noticed this thing. I'm going to mention it practically since I'm always in the classroom. I will notice that if this learner is friends now, this learner, when we start in January, was very bright. Always sitting in front when I teach. And then you will notice during break, because I have this habit of walking around the grounds of the school just to talk and also converse with the learners. I realized, oh, no wonder that one is failing. It's because she or he is now in friends with these people. People that don't have a habit. They may not be bad people. They may be good people, very nice, have nice intentions, not doing bad things, but have a lack of studying. They do things halfway. They are not serious. They only speak about things that happened at school, and new news that happened at your school, or something that they watch. They speak about social media more than studying. So please stay away from friends that have no habit of studying. You must show, there's this saying which says, show me your friends, I will tell you who you are actually, or where you are going. Different subjects have different ways of studying strategies. I think that's proper English. Different subjects have different ways of studying. You can't, for instance, if you are doing mathematics, you can't study mathematics like you are studying notes. You can't study mathematics like you are studying life science. Those that are in university, you cannot study mathematics like you are studying psychology. You must always understand the strategies that you must use on different subjects. Number one, mathematics is numbers. Therefore, it needs you, if you are able to study with music, those that are good to study when they are in music, maths can only be studiable, if there is such word, if you are in music. If now you're going to listen to music while you are reading life science, for example, you are disturbing yourself because your mind must focus on notes and construct terms that you'll be dealing with. Mathematics is numbers, deals with symbols, deals with methods that you'll be doing in order to calculate. Those that are doing maths lit is the same with pure maths. So now, I want you to use past papers, which means it's past question papers. Now, how do you do this? I'm not saying throw away the textbook. You must use your textbook after you've understood, because remember, in the Bible, there are 3 ways of knowledge. You must have information, which is the textbook. You read the textbook, and then after that, you understood. There's the second one, understanding. You understood what you studied, which is information. After that, you go to wisdom. Apparently, wisdom, you should know that it's application. It's how do you apply without reading questions, which means you apply what you understood by using previous questions. Let me tell you a secret. I've learned one thing from high school to university and into the career that I'm in. These people that set question papers, they don't set new questions. Those that are doing maths, they only can change kilometers into meters. You have to change kilometers into meters, from meters to centimeters, from centimeters to millimeters. They are just testing your understanding on how can you answer this. So what I want you to do is to go to previous papers. Okay, say, how many years previous can I go? Only 3 years. Don't go further. Just take 3 years, which means if you are writing for November 2024, go to 2023, 2022, and 2021. That's where you end. You go to 2020, now it's a bit old now, because a person who was question paper setter is not now the one who's setting the question paper of the economics. They keep changing. I've seen it. Someone will say, I was setting question papers for the province 3 years ago, but they changed me because they want new minds coming into action. Meaning, you must use question papers integrated with your textbook. Now, during preparation, when the teacher is doing what we call revision means this. When I do revision in the class, I'm not going deeper as if like it's a normal period time of teaching. I am doing what we call intervention, meaning I'm dealing with what we call questions that are easy and questions that are hard, meaning we are accommodating those that are already high-level learners and those that are already lower level, meaning we are trying to put them together. So what do you do? During the time of revision, you should come already having questions right in your mind already, because you've dealt with hard questions at home and you realize, hey, this question is hard. So when you come to school, revision should answer questions that were difficult for you, not that you are revising with the teacher. It's too late for that. Okay. Number 7, beware of eating heavy starch food before writing exam. I'll explain. Your system needs 4 hours to deal with starch as a digestion. So now, if you're gonna eat heavy food, bread, pap, and all those things, or meat, or even protein, because protein apparently it works, your system works hard to work with that meat, and you go and write, what is gonna happen? You will be sleepy and you will be very tired. Why? Because your system is still dealing with food that you've took, even during your preparations, which means once you step into your preparation mode, you should only drink water. Only drink water so that you avoid yourself tiredness and fatigue that is not even caused, that is caused by something that you've been doing. It's caused by you being full. Don't talk about exam before exam. I don't know whether you understand. There's this thing that we do when we are waiting to get to the hall to write exams. Everyone is talking, yeah, I was studying this. That causes anxiety. Learn to be calm. You know my metric, I will make an example with me. We will have my friends and other people. I remember the name of the lady. I don't want to mention the name. She was even crying. She was even crying like she was not getting it because they were talking. And she realized, I didn't study this. As if someone told them that there will be this in the exam. There is nothing that you should worry about. If you studied, but this of anxiety, you will be free from it only if you are well prepared. If you are not prepared, then I don't know how you're going to avoid that because you are not prepared. But if you are prepared, you just fold your arms, you look at everyone talking, you're like, me, I know. Whatever comes in the exam, I remember I was about to write life science. I knew it was 3-hour exam. And half of that 3 hours, which means 1 hour and a half, I was done. And my teacher was like, no, Mr. Kobongwana, you will fail. No, sir, I'm honest. This thing, I killed it. There was this assignment at the end of the question paper, and I knew what I was dealing with. There were natural selections and all that, but I was passionate about it so much. That's why I was able to pass it, which means you need to be also passionate about what you are studying in order for you to like it and be able to study. Get a good night's sleep. Number 9, get a good night's sleep. Avoid things that cause you to lack sleep, meaning avoid things that will make you not to sleep. Let me tell you, Renee, I know people say you must be a hard worker, must not sleep. Let me tell you, in order for you to write your exam fruitfully and it makes sense to you or you get good marks, get a good night's sleep. How do you get a good night's sleep? Avoid being on social media when you are supposed to sleep. That's what causes you not to sleep. It's a video after a video after a video. And all of a sudden it's 3 o'clock and you are writing tomorrow. So, number 10, know why are you studying and why do you want to pass. So now, this sounds like, even if you are doing grade 8 or grade 9 or grade 7, you should know already why are you studying. What is it that makes you study? Why are you at school? I used to ask my learners, why really are you at school then? If you're going to bunk classes or not be in class, why are you at school? Obviously, when the exam comes, you're going to have a problem, which means have a reasons. Reasons, not one reason for your studies. Number 11, during your preparation, always drink water more, especially in summer. It's warm, the temperatures are warm, and you'll notice that the more you drink water, the more you get yourself up. If it's winter, learn to drink warm water, meaning you will be drinking those tea, green tea and stuff. Avoid sugar. Why am I saying avoid sugar, sweets and everything? Because what sweets does, shoot your happiness. I don't know whether should I call it happiness, but it shoot your mood up and then all of a sudden down. And you don't want that of irregularity of your mood during your studies. Be careful. Don't eat even these sweets trying to say I'm waking myself up. I'm trying. Avoid those things. Yes, snacks, I can say, yes, those snacks, I'm talking about Doritos and all that, better than sugar, because sugar will make your system not regular. will be irregular. You'll be happy, not happy. So when you are too happy, you can't study. I know you can't focus. I teach. During break, you'll notice everyone, when they come from the break, and it's my period for maths, it's a mess. Everyone is happy. They are loud. You are trying to stop them because they've been eating something sweet, and then they come back with that. But you can use that for your own good if you are able. So now, what is it that you can work with in order for you now to be able to pass your exams very well, or to be able to nail it from your preparation, which will help you get to your exam well prepared? Number one, be close to the teacher who teach the subjects that you are struggling with. I don't care whether you say, I don't like this teacher, but please be close with the teacher that you are struggling your exams with, which means you are struggling the subject with. Meaning that teacher, if you have issue with the teacher, with the subject, meaning you're having topics that are very difficult for you, try to make time and attend to him, have a consultation time and ask questions. Number two, you must always be a person who acts fast. This thing of you saying, I will do this next week, let it wait. And let me tell you, during exam, you find kids that did not submit assignments and everything running around. Because in high school, the school give you a chance to submit, but in varsity, they won't give you that. I always tell them, get this habit of you not submitting things. And when you get to varsity, even if you are late with 1 minute, they don't let you submit. I'm talking about a very harsh things that happened to me, I know. Meaning you must submit everything. For life's orientation, if there's an assignment that you have to submit, submit it so that you can focus only on your exams. Not something like project that you were supposed to submit long time, but you are trying to submit now, you're going to suffer. What you're going to suffer, you won't prepare very well and you won't be able to focus on your preparation. So, okay. Last thing that I can say to you in order for you to take home. One thing for sure is that studying is not easy. If you settle your mind on that, obviously studying is not easy. You need discipline, you need consistency. Sometimes you have this thing of tiredness. You take a book, you sleep. But try to do consistently. After 7 days, you'll realize, hey, I'm fine. I can change this subject, this on Monday, that subject, and then you are good to go. From Mr. Kobongana, thank you so much. We'll see you next week, speaking again about these exams. Thank you so much.